will be sent to receive the designations for those who have been designated to receive the memorandum. We want also to greet the leadership of Zimbabwe Communist Party that is here, Comrade General Secretary, Comrade Mapaila, and the veteran of Zebra and Umkhonto weSizwe, who is based in Zimbabwe, Comrade Ian Bedowels, who is here. And we also want to thank them for the struggles that they've been leading in Zimbabwe, trying to turn around the economy of Zimbabwe that has been handed over to big capital. And we want to express our support to the ongoing worker struggles against job losses, against a weakening economy in Zimbabwe. Coming here at home, comrades, the SABC support this march wholeheartedly, without any reservations. We support the call by Cosatu to fight against retrenchments in the public sector and in the private sector across all sections of our economy. The public sector, we've been assured that there won't be retrenchment, but we've seen that in many various sectors, in health and others, some of the hospitals, for instance, workers have not been properly employed. There's insufficient number of workers in various areas. I've been to Telemoran Hospital in Phosphorus. There's massive shortage of workers there. In the Boxburg Hospital, massive shortage of jobs of workers there. In Chilitin Hospital, massive shortage of workers there. So we need more recruitment of professional staff in our public institutions, in our schools, in the police, everywhere else. Therefore, any intention to retrench in the public sector is condemned and must be stopped and should not happen. The SABC will join any action by workers to stop any intention to retrench workers in the public sector. Of course, the private sector, these are big capitalists that have always lived on wage labor, on the labor of workers that they've continuously undermined and never respected. And I can tell you today, workers, that the main reason why we are always in alliance with workers as communists is because in our theory of labor value, it appreciates the fact that labor is the most important wealth of human society. There's no other wealth that is bigger than that of labor. Therefore, our association with you remains forever. We will not allow big capital to play with labor, to pay workers slave wages, to brutalize workers at the workplace, to save 10-cent workers to unsafe working conditions. We condemn that in the strongest terms possible. We will always be with you. We have seen, for instance, the mining sector announcing packages of retrenchments across various sectors of the mines. They've been saying the prices of minerals have been going down. I can tell you that since December, the price of gold and other minerals have been going up. They've been going up and up even today. The price of gold continues to go up and up. But the big mine bosses, because of their greediness, they have never come back to the unions and to the workers and say, now that we are coining it, we are making more money, we want to guarantee your jobs. They continue with retrenchments of workers. This we condemn in the strongest term possible. We say there must be a moratorium against retrenchment in the private sector as well as in the public sector. When it regards the question that have arisen of whether ESCOM is going to be privatized, I can report to you, comrades, we've had a discussion in the Alliance on this matter. We've agreed. The first agreement was that there must be no privatization of ESCOM. The second agreement was that there must be no retrenchment of workers at ESCOM. These were the foundations of our discussions in the Alliance Political Council sometime last year. We then further said we will establish a task team to work on the details regarding what the government calls unbundling of ESCOM to create 3 divisions. And we have said this team must give us every single detail how this thing is going to work. It must be put openly on the table. The alliance leadership must dissect it totally and finally agree. We have also agreed, comrade, that ESCOM faces a serious problem because of mismanagement, because of looting, because of corruption, because of state capture that happened in ESCOM, that has led to this institution losing billions and billions of rand. And we have supported government in its measures to rectify the problems in ESCOM. But those measures do not include the retrenchment of workers nor privatization of ESCOM. That's not part of the agreement. And we will join you to fight against retrenchment, to fight against privatization of ESCOM. We have also called on ESCOM, comrades, not to blackmail the South African public regarding the rolling blackouts that are currently taking place in our country in the name of load shedding. We know for a fact that this country at the moment, we have no shortage of coal. We have no shortage of diesel. If one power station is not working, we should be able to use diesel, or we should increase the work of other power stations. That has not been done. We can tell you that the big corporates, particularly in the mining sector, in the coal sector, have been hoarding coal to themselves. They have been selling first-grade coal to companies abroad to make more money and paying penalties to ESCOM. We want all those details to be put to us and penalties to be imposed on them. But in the long term, we need to rectify the wrong policy that we introduced, where we took away the control of coal companies from ESCOM, and we said ESCOM has nothing to do with mining. ESCOM has everything to do with coal mining. There's enough coal mines in South Africa. We can therefore guarantee security of energy for our country using coal. We are also agreeing that we should use other alternatives, but that ESCOM must invest in those alternatives. It must invest in renewable energy. It must not only go and buy renewable energy from the so-called independent power producers. They buy this at 3 times more than at what they sell to the public, which is an unsustainable business model, because as a consequence of that, they lose billions and billions of rands in doing so. We want ESCOM to put money to invest in the renewable space for energy and use that instead of being the main purchaser of renewables from the IPPs. At the same time, we want to call on the big oil companies, Shell, Caltex, Engie, and all of them, BP, and so forth, not to hold again diesel, because there's no shortage of diesel in this country. These companies have enough diesel. What they are trying to do is to frustrate transformation of the economic sector of energy. That is why the contracts between ESCOM and black suppliers in both coal and diesel are frustrated by the big monopolies. We want to call on these monopolies not to frustrate these companies, to provide security of supply of diesel. And ESCOM must take measures. The management must assure South Africa that they will stock enough diesel so that we never find ourselves under this load shedding that is completely unacceptable. And particularly if it's done in order to twist the head of government to accept privatization, we say enough is enough. In fact, our demand is that ESCOM must go back to those IPPs that they've procured more at the public expense to demand stake, to demand repayment. Because if they were doing that to Mr. Mapaila, it would have been a major crisis that ESCOM would have funded my own personal interest and economy. We want therefore for them to come on board and reclaim what belongs to the public, not to fund the private sector that has no interest on the well-being of workers. Let me take a seat, comrade. Cheers. Finally, comrades, we want to say to our government, this is our government. We've worked with this government since its inception. Our people have died for this freedom. We want proper services to our people. We want proper care of workers by our government. We want proper salaries for our government, a living wage for our workers. And we say, whatever happens, we must sort our problems out in the alliance and not allow arrogance of government leadership, not allow mistreatment of our people by government officials and government leadership, so that all of us, we can ensure that majority of our people benefit from the outcomes of our freedom across the board. That is why, come May 8th, we must recommit ourselves to save the African National Congress. We are going to bring you back to government. But this is not a blank check. This is based on your commitment to the interests of the working class and the poor of our country, as Comrade Munira articulated. It is not a blank check. We are supporting our movement so that we defend our revolution, we defend our freedom from those that are seeing opportunities and beginning to steal some of our own victories. They want to impose wrong tendencies and wrong leadership. We have seen, for instance, in areas where the opposition parties are controlling our municipalities, the ill-treatment of workers and the wrong policies that they've introduced. We must never accept them. That is why, come May 8th, we must go and vote for the African National Congress. And finally, to you workers, the SABC appreciate that you came in these big numbers. We normally wish that you can have strikes all the time, many a times, almost once or twice in a month, and make sure that you share big capital in the government. Because the strikes, comrades, the strikes are important, but we want to assure you, we must deepen worker consciousness so that we know that the problem of the capitalist system is the main problem in our economy, is the main problem that creates inequality, is the main problem that creates the retrenchment and lack of jobs. And therefore, we must advance towards socialism. The Communist Party, when we take over the leadership of society, we will do one simple thing, comrade. We will change the objective of production of capital, of the economy, from profit maximization, from making profit to based on serving the needs of the people. That will be one of our first laws, so that production is based on the needs of the people, not on the needs of a few elites to enrich their pockets and make them billionaires and multi-millionaires at the expense of workers. That day must come. That is why when big capital entreat you, they bring consciousness to you. We want you to appreciate that consciousness and make the tool of the strike ultimately to remove big capital from power, because big capital has massive power, control in our economic space. We must reject that and remove them and replace that with a socialist system where we can guarantee the well-being of all of us. We can make sure that all the benefits of society, the wealth of society, is shared among the people and amongst the workers. Workers, the producers, must determine what to do with surplus, not the bosses who determine what to do with the profit. They pay themselves first before they pay the workers, and they pay workers only slave wages under brutal working conditions. But we want to welcome Cosatu for this militancy that we have taken. It's my cool, Cosatu, my cool. Forward to socialism, forward. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, comrades.
The National Treasurer of Cosatu, Comrade Irene, is here. The National Treasurer of Kinosa, Comrade Musindi, is here. Amongst others. Comrades, we are now going to be addressed by the top steward from Nehau. We are going to be addressed by the top steward from Nehau. But before that, before that, Nancy Ndemakawan, Bishop Stewart Council Besisotwa. We've been coming and submitting memoranda, and the advisors and the MECs have been accepting our memoranda. We do not have any of the responses to our memoranda. Why should we trust them that they are going to give this memorandum? Those are the reasons Sifuna Umakura Ukogo. The President Wenehau is going to address us after the song.
Makura uzamana, no more yawa. Makura uzamana, no don't see ya. Makura uzamana, Makura uzamana, no don't see ya. Primi uzamana, no. Makura uzamana, na kisiyoya. Makura uzamana, no moya. Makura uzamana, na kisiyoya. Makura uzamana, no moya. Makura uzamana, na kisiyoya. Amanda, viva Cosatu, viva, viva Cosatu, viva, viva the SABC, viva, viva the SABC, viva, viva the African National Congress, viva, Amanda, we are a federation called Cosatu in South Africa. We are in alliance with the African National Congress, with the SABC. Any leader who takes position in government, a government that is run by the African National Congress, that leader is leading under the ANC umbrella. If David is refusing to come to first the memorandum, it is because David is saying that the African National Congress is not necessarily taking us serious. So it is within the benefit of leaders. It is up to David if he wants to take us serious. If he doesn't, it is fine. We were here. If he doesn't care and he thinks that we are stupid, we because usizibhanga sokuzofola kule ndawo, it's up to him. Let's not demand him to come because he knows that he's supposed to come. We can't beg leaders of the ANC to come to first memorandum to us. If the ANC, we are not its priority, therefore David must stay. He must not come. Ukusukela ngo-1994 ukuzofika ngoku, we have been dealing with the question of unemployment. When we finished 10 years in democracy, Comrade Tabambeki said it was good business to capital, but he recognized that us as workers, we did not enjoy the freedom. Till today, we're still struggling. We're still talking about the issue of jobs. We are now in 25 years fully discussing the question of job. We've been saying in South Africa we need jobs, we need jobs, we need jobs. We have been saying this, we've been marching. Comrade, maybe Section 77 is not working. Maybe Section 77 is not working. In any way, I have never seen a situation where you're seeking the permission to fight with the same person that makes you too angry. We must find an effective way. We must find an effective struggle. We must find a struggle that is going to make sure that the government listens to us. We must find a struggle that is going to make sure that the capital takes us serious. We need a better fight. We need a better struggle. We need a struggle that is not holding. We need a struggle that we must confront the actual problem and deal with it. See, comrades. See, I don't know this in English. And please, media, interpret this properly. I don't know this in English. I know it in Xhosa. Ayikho inkwali ephandela inkwali ngaphandle kwenkwali enethoba. Working class, you're on your own. Working class, you're on your own. You must take your struggle. Don't put hope to those who wear suits, who have ties. Don't put hope to those who are underfed. Don't put hope into those who are in offices. You're on your own. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Because bona basabantwana babo kwisikole esijulayo, bona balala kwisibhedlela ezinefriend babukela iTV. They don't care about you. You wield a power. You wield a power. You must use that power effectively. You must tell those who need your power that they must pay for it. You must tell those who need your power that they must pay for it. It is come a time that you must say enough is enough. Kana umama notata okayifazi nendo ofunele existing. Somebody must choose, and somebody must choose his or her priority. Yes. Or if your priority is for somebody else. Somebody must choose. This is the indication that when you come to the leaders of the ANC, they refuse to come to you. That is the signal. Otherwise, what else do we want? must not force people to come to us. You know, Comrade Soli, the first general secretary of the party, I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for that day when we have a government of communists. I'm waiting that day when we have a government of communists. When we have a government that is going to say to us, you are a priority of us. I'm waiting for that day. That day is slow, and that day is now, and that day must come. Because that day to me is important. Comrades, somewhere else in the world, just next door in Zimbabwe, workers are fighting. Somewhere in Greece, workers are fighting. Somewhere in America, workers are fighting. All over in the world, workers are on the street. The difference with us, we have a tendency of telling our enemies that you must prepare, get ready. On the 26th of March next day we are coming. That's a problem. That's a problem. Section 27. Network has failed to tell capital to invest and create jobs. Network has failed. We have gone to, there has been a meeting of investors in Zante. We were told by newspaper, by TV, by radios, that millions, billions of rand, if not trillions, are invested in South Africa. But that investment does not translate into jobs. A few years ago, before the state capture, we were told that the economy in South Africa has grown, but that economy never translates into jobs. We know that capitalists have taken a strike long time ago. They're different. They did not go to CCMA. They did not get certificate to strike. They striked, and they strike effectively because they did not tell us that they're going to strike, and they strike and they simply hold their investment. They're not investing in jobs because they're dealing to working class. And this is a class question, comrade. It's not going to be addressed by Section 77. So therefore, in fact, I found the General Secretary of Cosatu and I asked, I said, Mapaila, singalenye ANC and it, whatever, that why singambizu president ezapha, sithi jonga president, imisebenzi ayikho eMzantsi Afrika. Nansi into esiyibonayo le nale mayenzeke. What ubheki no besiyenzile loo nto. Upresident wataska uMantashe. Listen, comrade. Upresident wataska uMantashe. Wataska uPravin Gordons. Wataska uPravin Gordons. And I think another minister is Jeff Harden. But he says those ministers have not come to them, have cancelled the meeting, have refused to come to the meeting. This means that those three ministers have actually defied the president. I want to suggest, therefore, into this gathering, that we must say to the president of the ANC and the president of the country, Mongameli, can you please dismiss